Hi guys, this is Ifeoma Odunlami from the Odunlami Law Firm. I'm here to give you some more immigration tidbits. So I'm going to wait so that some people can join and we can talk about this topic. So I'm doing this video because I want to make sure that my fellow immigrants out there are informed and empowered. I cannot tell you how many times I have people who come to my office for consultation and they've hurt their case because somebody told them something that's not true. There's a lot of false information out there on Google, and there's even more false information from this visa agencies that keep giving people wrong information. For instance, you're applying for something and they tell you don't put your children's names there. Please don't listen to them. So part of my purpose in doing these videos is to make sure that my fellow immigrants are informed and empowered through that information. So if you're just meeting me for the first time, my name is Ifeoma Odunlami. I'm an immigration attorney at the Odunlami Law Firm in New Jersey. We serve clients in all 50 states. So to follow me where I share my tips and information, please subscribe or hit the like button so that when I come on, you get to know when I come on, you can get this information. It's really important for you to know the truth about the immigration process because it keeps changing. And also, you want to make sure that you're not hurting your case or hurting the case you would be filing in the future. So today, the topic I have today is the I-693. What do you do when you get an I-693 deficiency notice? I've gotten so many people calling panicked because that I-693 deficiency notice comes in, I think it's like an orange or green, it's like very jarring, and it makes it clearly you're supposed to take notice. But the first thing you need to do is do not panic. It's not that serious. In fact, it's not even serious at all. So I'm going to explain to you what the I-693 form is, and then we'll talk about what you need to do when you get the notice of deficiency. The notice of deficiency is simply telling you that you haven't submitted your I-693 form. So the I-693 form is the medical examination. As part of your green card application process, you're required to do a medical examination because the United States wants to make sure that you don't have any communicable diseases or you don't have any health history which might be problematic, or they also want to make sure that you're up to date with your vaccinations. So as part of that process, you're required to see what is called a civil surgeon. So a civil surgeon is not a regular, just any doctor that you can walk into and get this paperwork filled. There's specific immigration doctors. And to get the civil surgeon close to you, just go to the USCIS website and type civil surgeon, put in your zip code, and you'll see a list of names of civil surgeons that are close to you. What they charge ranges depending on them. There's no fixed charge. It could be $300, it could be $700. So typically, as part of the immigration process, you're supposed to fill out your applications and you're supposed to fill out the form I-693. That's what the civil surgeon fills out. Now, when you go to see the civil surgeon, they'll ask you questions about your health, ask you questions about your vaccination record, and ask you questions about drug use. Remember, there are no HIPAA rules. So anything you're telling this civil surgeon is going to be given to immigration. Sometimes they even check your body for tattoos that may signify maybe membership to a gang. So this is the form that is supposed to be submitted at some point during your green card application. Now, there's nothing in the rules that require you to submit it at the beginning. You can submit it at the beginning, or you can take it with you to the interview. Now, in my office, we and many other lawyers, we tend to prefer to wait until the interview to submit it, and I'll tell you why, right? Number one, at the beginning of the case, there's a lot of money involved in filing the application, the filing fees, the attorney fees, and just trying to get everything together. Sometimes it's a lot of money for the immigrant to put out at that time to do the medical examination. So it might be better for them to just wait until the time of the interview, do it then, and then go with it to the interview. Number two is there's this timing thing, which is really, you kind of have to tread very delicately. The form, the I-693 form, you must submit it to immigration within 2 months of the civil surgeon signing it. If you submit it after 2 months, they won't accept it, they will reject it, so you have to do it again. So it's quite typical that people who are trying to get the paperwork together might do the civil surgeon examination and then find out that they're running out of time to submit it, and then they have to redo the whole process of having that paperwork filed. So for that reason, because sometimes it's difficult to get the timing right, it's sometimes better to just kind of do it later. But there's nothing wrong with putting in the application at the same time. There's nothing in the rules, regardless, that says you have to do it at one time or the other. However, what I'm going to tell you is this. It's either you put it with your application at the beginning, or you wait until you go for the immigration interview. Don't do it somewhere in the middle, because chances are that USCIS may not be able to locate it. That envelope might not find its way to your file. So you want to either do it with the rest of your filing at the beginning, or you wait until you get the interview notice. Now, when you get the interview notice, you typically have maybe 4 to 5 weeks to, to be able to schedule and get your I-693 medical examination done. So that's plenty of time. So I'm going to suggest that once you get your interview notice, you want to call the civil surgeon, make an appointment, get it done, and then go for the examination. Now, when you do the medical examination, you're given a sealed envelope. Don't open it. That is for USCIS. So another reason why my office and many other lawyers prefer to wait until the interview is because once USCIS has the I-693 application, right, it's good for 2 years. And with the backlog, there's a concern that if it takes longer than 2 years, that form, the I-693, may not be valid anymore. So that's another reason why we wait until the interview. So when you get the deficiency notice in orange and green, don't panic. All it's telling you is that, well, you've submitted your package, but we don't have it. So don't forget to bring it in when you're coming for the interview. That's all it's telling you. So there's nothing to panic about, okay? And if sometimes USCIS will send you a request for evidence asking you to send them the the I-693. I have found that when they ask for that, it's actually a good sign that they don't intend to go ahead with an interview for you. They want to make a decision on your case without giving you an interview. That has happened several times to my clients. So if you get an RFE for the I-693, just go get it done and submit it to USCIS at that time. Okay? So does anybody have any questions? I don't see any questions, but I wanted to come in and mention that today because I get a lot of calls from people all nervous that they got this orange document or they got this green document with deficiency notice. It's very dramatic, but it's nothing to worry about. And that's what I'm here to tell you guys. So if you have any questions or you know somebody who's looking to file the applications, feel free to call 100, or you can email me at iao@odunlamilaw.com. So until next time, take care.